Every era has its frontier. A line between what is and what's next. We've played the game, built the legends, carried the weight. But this is different. This is where the game leaves the ground. No limits, no ceiling. No looking back. This isn't the next season. This is the next frontier.
Welcome to Durham, North Carolina. We have a delightful matchup for you tonight. How about last year's AUSL Pitcher of the Year, Georgina Koric, making her first start of the 2026 season, and she does so against the #1 overall pick in the AUSL College Draft, Carlin Pickens, who is off to a ridiculous start in her rookie season for Carolina. It also happens to be the top 2 teams in the league. Utah has won 5 straight. They have 8 wins, 3 games clear of anybody else, and Carolina there in second place with a 5-3 record. Alongside Amanda Scarborough, I am Chucky Kemp. What a turnaround for Carolina this year in year 2. Worst team in the league a year ago. They're 2 wins shy of last year's win total, and a big reason why is this rookie class.
Yeah, this rookie class has been exceptional and made an immediate impact. And the veterans for the Blaze, they learned a lot last season when they finished in last place. But Carlin Pickens, as you mentioned, will get the start tonight. She has been the best pitcher on the Blaze pitching staff this season. She has been their leader in the circle at 1.47 ERA. Dakota Kennedy, she'll be hitting in the 3 spot as a rookie. She has been a run producer and constantly getting on base. And then Reese Atwood, she will be catching Carlin Pickens tonight. So an all-rookie battery. She is leading the team in home runs. Her stick has been hot. These 3 rookies are essential for the Blaze success, and 5 wins already this year.
Atwood and Kennedy get it done offensively. Pickens tied for the league lead with 4 wins. Also a sub-1.5 ERA, leading a much improved pitching staff in year 2 in the AUSL. So Carlin gets the ball. It is her 4th start of her young career. She's from just about 3.5 hours west of Durham, North Carolina in Weaverville. So she's automatically a fan favorite here for the Blaze. The other thing she's gotten is a ton of run support. Her 3 starts, 3 run rule victories.
Yeah, she's getting a ton of run production when she's in the circle. She lights up the field. She lights up this team. The fans are so excited here to watch her pitch in person. And this stadium is absolutely spectacular that we get to have a softball game in tonight.
Aaliyah Andrews leads it off for the Talons on this 5-game win streak. They've outscored opponents 29-8. But as we will tell you over the course of the evening and likely over the next few days here in Durham, this is a team built by pitching. A staff that led the league last year and is even better this year as Carlin Pickens delivers the first pitch just inside for ball 1 to Aaliyah Andrews. Aaliyah actually played for this Blaze team a year ago. A member of the Talons, she will be in center field tonight. Jada Coleman, their day 1 center fielder, is on the injured list, along with a couple other big pieces, Bree Ellis and Charlize Palacios. Despite the injuries, the Talons just keep on winning. 5 straight wins, and we've seen Hannah Flippin with a little stint on the injured list as well.
They've just been so solid. Last year's champion, taking that culture and that just energy of knowing what it takes to win into this year, despite a different looking team with the injuries and rookies and new faces and some things mixed up in the expansion draft. We're adding 2 more teams to the AUSL. We had that expansion draft, and it really took a toll on the Talons and Bandits.
Swing and a miss. Carlin Pickens starts the night off with strikeout number 1.
Carlin Pickens is going to throw heat. If you are new to watching her throw, she is the hardest thrower in our game. She will touch 78 to 79 miles an hour. She has the fastest pitch ever recorded under her belt on her resume, 79.4.
This is ripped to right field. Long run for Ocasio, and it lands right in front of the wall. This is going to be a 1-out triple for Jadelyn Alchin.
Jadelyn Alchin has been hot for this Talons team. Gets herself a rise ball out over the heart of the plate. just ekes it down the line. Good hustle by Jalen Alchin. She just is thinking this has potential for extra bases and 3 written all over it. Right about when she gets to here, she turns on the jets and gets to third.
6-game hit streak now for Alchin. First 5 games on this, of course, the win streak, so she's trying to lead the way on this. Had an inside the park grand slam earlier this week, and now here's another star rookie out of UCLA, Jordan Woolery. Woolery has quickly become one of the best bats in the lineup. Hard hit ball is smothered by Jenna Laird, and there's 2 outs.
Carlin Pickens is going to throw a lot of drop balls. That is her go-to pitch. That is the pitch that she leans on the most, and it is her hardest throwing pitch. So she'll come in at 73, 75 miles an hour with her drop ball, mix in her changeup at about 20%. But you're seeing Talons swing early against her in this game already start to move so fast because with 2 strikes, opponents are only hitting 111 off of her. Just has become a pro with so much ease after finishing her career at Tennessee about a month ago.
It's one of the things that makes her elite, right? When she gets ahead, she puts hitters away.
She has that ability to do so. I mean, she has just been so crisp in the circle to start her rookie season. And when you watch her throw, I'm like, that's a drop ball in the outside corner right there, just registering 72. And good for her for coming out and just not getting too hyped up in this big environment, being able to have that control and command, maybe take a little bit off of her pitches early on.
Wyckoff fights the pitch off. Haley Wyckoff in the cleanup spot for the Talons out of the reserve athlete pool, filling the void for one of those 3 injured Talons right now. And she's been excellent, both defensively and offensively, hitting .462 with runners in scoring position. But down in the count, 1-2. SEC matchup here between Wyckoff and Pickens. Wyckoff coming out of Arkansas, where she spent the last 2 years. Started her career at Texas Tech. Tapper back to Pickens, and the overhand throw over to first base. No runs in the first off Carlin Pickens here in Durham. Jalen Alchin triple in the first inning amounts to nothing for Utah. Carlin Pickens puts up a 0 and sends her dangerous lineup to the plate, who have given her fantastic run support in her 3 starts. Also, the return of Bailey Klingler, her 2026 debut. She comes back from Japan, just practiced with the team for the first time yesterday. 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. She was the best hitter in the league in the first half of the season a year ago. They will face off with the best pitcher in the league from a year ago. Georgina Korick, a fifth-year pro out of Port Charlotte, Florida. The first ever AUSL Pitcher of the Year, 6-0 with a 2.24 ERA a season ago.
Yeah, trying to get the pitch calm right. Georgina Korick is. Get on the same page.
Aubrey Leach leads it off and takes strike one.
And Georgina Korick is just so, I don't know, she just has this precision with the way that she pitches. 2.08 ERA last year. She was the AUSL Pitcher of the Year, but she just doesn't miss over the plate. It's a rarity to see her give you something that is a mistake over the heart of the plate. So these Blaze hitters are going to have to be able to hit some good pitches off of her if they want to score some runs like that.
Leach takes strike three. Korick makes quick work of the first batter she faces.
Now this is just a curveball that Aubrey Leach looks surprised with, but she gets the inside corner. That right there is going to be a strike. Went to that pitch a couple of times, maybe expecting something out. Aubrey looked like she wasn't expecting inside at all. She will actually use her changeup the most, and there it is right there. 54 miles an hour. It was her most used pitch last year. We don't have her pitch arsenal so far this year because she's only thrown a couple of innings. As you mentioned, her first start coming back from Japan.
Her season debut, their last time out in Utah against the Spark, and very quickly Korick has 2 outs on just 5 pitches. That was Klingler's first AB of the year. And the crowd is going wild for the Bat Dog here in Durham, who is quickly becoming the star of the game. We'll hear from Anna Camden. What's his name?
Champ. That is Champ. He's 3 years old.
He is having the time of his life, as are we watching him. I've never wanted an at-bat to get over so quickly. Korick trying to go 1-2-3. Dakota Kennedy, the rookie star out of Arkansas, fouls it straight back, 1-1 count. Kennedy has been excellent in her rookie campaign. Second best average on the team, tied for second in hits with 8 already. A little slower over the last few games. Just 1 for 8 after a red-hot start. Had a hit in 4 of the first 5 of the season.
Come up with some big hits with runners on base. She earned that spot there in the 3-hole. She was so clutch at Arkansas too, just a few months ago. And it was good to see that Dakota Kennedy was going to be able to play this season. She got hurt in SEC series against Oklahoma, and I think everybody held their breath hoping that she'd be able to not only come back for Arkansas, but to play this summer.
Slow roller left side. Jaquish takes care of it. 10 pitches for Georgina Korick in her 2026 debut. Retires the side in order. The AUSL is sponsored by Game Changer. by Sephora. That is Champ, the star of the show tonight. And with more on him, we go to Anna Camden.
Chucky, we've got a VIP down here on the field with us, and not just because of how cute he is, but because of how committed he is. Champ is a bat-fetching retriever who practices over 100 reps a day of various training exercises. And of course, like any good athlete, he's got a game day routine. He wakes up, he has a mixed wet and kibble food for breakfast. Then he takes a couple game day naps, you know, again, as most good athletes do. And his owner, Michael O'Connor, said that Champ actually has a really high baseball and softball IQ. He watches the pitcher and the ball all the way to the plate, and at the crack of a bat, his ears perk up and he waits for a single word command to go. And I don't know about you guys, but I have to say, I love Black Labs, and I think Champ should be at every AUSL game.
I'm all for that. I will start that petition and have all the players and fans sign it. I'm into that.
We will not see him in this half inning, unfortunately. We were just talking about that. He's only on the Blaze side of the field. So Hannah Flippin with a leadoff single in the second. He is upset. He says, that is my bat.
You know, one of my favorite parts of this was pregame. Lisa Fernandez loved him and played fetch with him for about 10 or 15 minutes nonstop. Lisa Fernandez, the general manager of the Utah Talons.
I feel like he needs a bed in there in the half innings when he's not busy. Pickens delivers the first pitch to Savannah Jaquish high for ball one. Jaquish has done a lot of catching with Charlize Palacios on the injured list, but she gets the nod at third base tonight. And the rookie out of Georgia, Sarah Gordon, will start behind the plate, her first start as a pro. Jaquish left side, scooped up, chance for two, but it was a low throw by Anna Gold.
That was a double play opportunity, and you get that a lot with the runner on base with Carlin Pickens in the circle because she throws a drop ball so much, so it induces a lot of ground balls. But it's kind of that in-between throw. I don't know if she didn't have a grip on it, didn't like the distance where she was making that throw to second base, but that is a critical mistake for the Blaze defense, as that was an opportunity to turn two.
It's the first error of the season on Anna Gold, who the fans here in Durham love, played her college ball at Duke. And a rare misstep for one of the most reliable gloves in the league. We'll see if the Talons can make them pay. It is Sarah Gordon, the catcher.
I will say, early on in this game, Carlin Pickens registering at 71, 72. I'm not sure if that's our gun at the placement at this new stadium and maybe taking a couple miles an hour off, but this is lower velocity than what we're used to seeing from Carlin Pickens. And because of that, I think that you're seeing some better swings from the Talons hitters. Her speed is a big part of her game. We talked to Kara Dill, the head coach at the Blaze, and she immediately talked about Carlin Pickens and just how that speed is not something that you're used to seeing. It's a big part of her game.
This one gets under the glove of Gold, and Flippin's going to come around from second to score. Sarah Gordon with an RBI single, her first professional hit.
And if she's not throwing as hard, then a changeup out of her hand like this is going to seem not as big of a speed difference. And Sarah Gordon was just on that, sneaks it down the line. Gordon gets an RBI off of a familiar foe. Georgia is where Gordon played, and of course Tennessee, Pickens.
That was actually one of the things Kara Dill said, is it's another chance for two. And a heads-up play at second by Jenna Laird after bobbling it to tag the runner. Cindy Ball Malone's going to come out. You wonder if she's going to ask about potential obstruction on this play. As I was saying, though, Kara Dill mentioned for the rookies, it actually might not be as big of a shock because a lot of them have seen Carlin Pickens. So you see a Sarah Gordon there with the base hit, somebody who was familiar with Pickens from the college days recently.
If you have obstruction on the play there, I don't have obstruction on that play.
I think that the ball was within a reach. step in a reach of the fielder. I think she's allowed to field the ball.
She's catching it, trying to make the play.
Makes
there.
the play, and she tags her on. You have a tag on the.
That's all I have. I got the out on the tag.
Yep.
No obstruction on the play.
I agree.
She's asking for obstruction. I have none.
I agree with
now
that.
she wants to go to replay to look and see if there is obstruction.
Okay, so we're going to go to replay for potential obstruction at second base.
Right.
Okay. We don't.
So they are going to challenge this play, as you just heard.
Obstruction at second base. We have her in the act of fielding the ball within step.
You hear Alex Leap there talking to our replay official. So Amanda Scarborough, just days ago, you said, I wish we could hear what these umpires are asking. So what does the AUSL do? They mic up the umpires so we get to listen to these conversations.
You know, ask and you shall receive, right? This is definitely a trickier obstruction type call because you're used to seeing a fielder take a throw at a bag and potentially lead to obstruction. Let's see what we have here.
Look, it's within step and a reach.
No obstruction on the play. So the on-field decision, the conversation that we heard from Alex Leap, Chris Neighbors, and Scott Mayer ends up being confirmed.
But how awesome to have these umpires mic'd up to be able to have access to their conversations about what they're talking about. Oftentimes as broadcasters and fans, you watch a game and you're wondering, what are they even looking at? Like, what is the rule in question, the play in question, what's going on? So that mystery is not going to be a mystery anymore when we can hear their conversations.
So now you're saying you've been spoiled and you expect this every game.
That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, is that too much to ask?
Another rookie at the plate against Carlin Pickens. Taylor Beal out of Arizona. Runner goes, the throw is there, and wow, that was a clean play defensively. Atwood throwing down to Brito, who jumped in front and got Jacobson before any first and third could even take place.
Okay, we talked about her earlier because she leads the team in home runs, but her arm and her ability to do what she does defensively back behind the plate is a whole other element to the rookie in Reese Atwood's game. A well-run first and third play. Brito knew exactly what she wanted to do. Reese Atwood knew exactly what she wanted to do, and a base-running mistake to get out on that play.
Completely changes the complexion of this inning. Pickens can get out of this with just one run scored after defensive miscue early in the inning. 2-2 to Beal. Slow roller picked up and handled by Klingler over to Laird. So the Talons strike first, but the damage is limited to just one run. Reese Atwood showing off the cannon.
The Talons pitching staff has wasted no time to get hot. Montana Fouts has maybe been the hottest pitcher in the league so far, throwing multiple complete games. And Megan Framo, after a couple of tough starts and outings to start the season, she's also gotten to be a pitcher who has been on fire. And then you add Korik, who's getting the start today, coming from Japan. This pitching staff for the Talons is the best in the league. They had the best ERA last season whenever they won the AUSL Championship. They already have the best ERA this season too, down by a run and a half. This Talons pitching staff is deep and strong and give you a lot of different looks.
It is a scary thought that they had the trio they have. Then they bring in Dallas Escobedo-McGee. They bring in Taylor Tinsley, who in her debut threw a complete game shutout against the Texas Volts. Anna Gold leads off the inning, 1-1 count against Georgina Korik. Gold, a little bit of a slow start at the plate versus her Rookie of the Year campaign last year. This is popped up and out of play. Korik took just 10 pitches in the first inning, and you wonder, how did they get Montana Fouts, Georgina Korik, Megan Framo? Framo and Korik were the first 2 picks for the Talons in the inaugural draft, but Montana Fouts was drafted really late, the 35th pick in the inaugural AUSL draft, and there were just, I think, some questions. She had the injury toward the end of her Alabama career, didn't really get going in the pro league right away, and then when she did play in the pros, her numbers were solid, but maybe not the Fouts that we had come to expect, and so they get her with the 35th pick. It was the perfect fit, and here she is, Montana Fouts, the star that we have known for so long.
Well, in last season, she got better and better as the season went on. It wasn't like this season where she started out just so hot, just on top of her game. She got better as last season went on and helped lead them to that inaugural championship by the Talons.
I don't think there was a better draft pick in that inaugural draft than Montana Fouts, 35th overall. She was one of the 5 protected picks in the expansion draft as Gold pokes this through up the middle. A much longer at bat than we saw in that first inning, and a productive one.
And Lisa Fernandez, who just knows nothing but how to win. She's done it as a player at UCLA, as a coach at UCLA, on the US Olympic team. She is the general manager of the Talons and has put this team together, and it started last year in the first season, building her team around a pitching staff, and that's exactly what she wanted to keep intact in the expansion draft. When we added those 2 teams, the 4 teams that were part of the league last year lost several players, so that's just how the expansion draft went. But you could protect 5 players, and Lisa Fernandez wanted to protect her pitching staff and her catcher, Charlize Palacios, and Hannah Flippen, who was the defensive player of the year last year.
Here is Reese Atwood. Takes that pitch outside, 1-2 count for Reese. You saw Montana in the dugout right next to Megan Framo, and then Cindy Ball-Malone, their head coach, was there as well. And we talked to Cindy today about this pitching staff and about how they work together. And one of the things I think she has enjoyed most this year is the conversations that she's been able to be a part of and to witness with these pitchers in bullpen specifically.
Has to just be so much fun to show up to practice and games with this pitching staff that support each other so much.
Popped up, Korik takes control, and there's 1 out.
Well, the Talons, I mean, I know it's early in the season technically, but the Talons have already had a turning point because they got swept by the Cascade at home, and it was after that sweep of losing to the Cascade 3 games in a row that this team got on a 5-game winning streak, and they are currently on that win streak right now, outscoring their opponents 29-8. They have thrown 4 complete games in that 5-game winning streak, including a shutout. These pitchers, these starters, are going deep into games.
They will be the first team to eclipse the halfway point in the season. That will happen after tomorrow's game. They've already played 11. They're 8-3. And it's hard to believe, but they're closing in on booking a ticket to College Station somewhat quickly. There's 3 games clear of the rest of the pack. If you win 2 or 3 games here, you're going to be right on the cusp of, in the next week or so maybe, even being able to say you're going to be a top 3 team for sure. Coric ahead in the count 1-2 against Alyssa Brito.
And it's scary to think about their team ERA already this season, and that's without Georgina Coric, last year's pitcher of the year. And now Utah is at the top by a game and a half. That's why this game is so important. Utah and Carolina are 1-2 in the standings.
Here is the changeup from Coric to get Brito on strike. Second strikeout for Georgina.
Oh, this pitch is just so good. Look at this pitch pop out of her hand, completely fool Alyssa Brito, who is thinking that that was going to be more mid-60s.
One on, two out now for the second baseman, Jenna Laird.
I think it's just impressive, Chuck, to think about how the Talons are still at the top despite all the injuries that you mentioned and what they've gone through in losing some players in the expansion draft that were a key part of their offense. I mean, this Talons team has reloaded and they look so solid playing together despite a lot of new faces and movement because of those injuries.
She looks locked in, doesn't she?
As Payne sees corners left and right. And mixes in that changeup. Doesn't get a ton of swings and misses, but more of a pitch to contact.
Softly hit right side. Hannah Flippen makes the play. Two scoreless for Georgina Coric. And she's got the early lead here in Durham. Alyssa Brito is mic'd up, and we'll chat with her in the field when we come back. We are in Blaze Country in Durham, North Carolina. 1-0 Utah leading Carolina in front of a fantastic crowd here at the DBAP, Durham Bulls Athletic Park, home of the AAA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays, the Durham Bulls. This is a beautiful facility that we have for the weekend. And a matchup of the two top teams in the AUSL, the only game of the night, and then the weekend really gets started tomorrow.
Yeah, this is an awesome facility, and we were down on the field before the game and surrounded by the buildings and how intimate this setting is. Great place to watch a game, beautiful night. And, you know, for it being, what, 89, 90 when we got here, it didn't really feel that hot. It's starting to cool off a little bit more now.
We are into the third inning, 1-0 Utah. Carlin Pickens making her third professional start. Fourth professional start, I should say. And facing the top of the order for the second time, Aaliyah Andrews leads it off. Starts Ali off with 2 strikes to jump ahead in the count. Struck her out to lead off the game. The only strikeout for Carlin so far, just misses on the 0-2 pitch.
Well, lefties have a tough matchup against Carlin Pickens. Lefties are hitting .048 off of Carlin Pickens, which is the best batting average against left-handed hitters in the league. When you compare that to right-handed hitters, they're hitting .174 off of her. So righties having a little bit more success off of Carlin. Both of those numbers are very good. Anything under 200 is definitely something to be proud about.
She is first in wins, tied for first in wins, first in opponent average, second in ERA, and 5th in strikeouts in her rookie season. She was the #1 overall pick, had a fantastic reaction with her family on draft night when she heard her name called. Of course, this is a special place for Carlin, being from the state, and retires Andrews. She has been the leader of this great turnaround from a pitching perspective from last year to this year. You see the numbers, significantly better ERA, 3.5 runs.
And this is 8 games into the season, just comparing where they're at this time last year, and their ERA was over 7. Their ERA is almost cut in half so far up to this point in the season, so off to a much better start. Just tough for the Blaze last season. They had a slow start. They got down to that 1-7 record, had a deep hole to climb out of, played better ball toward the end of the season, but at that point it was just too late.
Kaylani Ricketts got better as the season went on. This year, though, Pickens, the Alicia Ocasio that we've been used to seeing as well. She's been really good both offensively and in the circle. There's Alicia out in right field. No days off for Alicia Ocasio. And I think that's how she prefers it.
Well, and I think for the Blaze moving forward, it's trying to solidify that #2 starter behind Carlin Pickens. When Carlin Pickens has gone out there, she's just put up win after win. The team plays well behind her, but who's going to be that Game 2 starter?
Gold scoops it up, and that's the glove that Anna Gold has showed off for a year and a half as a pro now, 2 away.
That's what Kara Dale told us was one of the biggest questions that they're trying to figure out is a big key to their success moving forward in this season, as they know that Carlin Pickens is going to be a reliable starter, go deep into games, but trying to solidify that Game 2 starter beyond Carlin. Who is that going to be?
Tomorrow it will be Emma Lemley as Pickens delivers strike 1. This is just a big-time matchup here. Carlin Pickens against Jordan Woolery, 2 of the most notable names in college softball over the last few seasons. Woolery fouls it away and falls behind 0-2.
Faced each other in the Women's College World Series. Of course, UCLA and Tennessee aren't in the same conference, so didn't play each other there, but that up in Oklahoma City.
0-2. That is fouled back. You mentioned how good Pickens has been in 2 strike counts. So far, the Talons just 1 for 6 in 2 strike counts against Carlin. See what she's done already so far. Top 5 in so many categories in her rookie season.
Well, the game moves so fast with our 15-second pitch clock that we didn't even get a chance to see her season accolades. I mean, there's so many already this season, just a couple weeks in.
Got her swinging. Pickens wins the battle with Woolery. Her 2nd strikeout today.
This is the best that she has looked.
All right, guys, thank you so much again for watching and supporting the channel. For those subscribers who have already seen and made the move to receive your free gift for liking and subscribing to support our channel, feel free to click to skip and begin watching the next great video. And so to get the free gift that we mentioned it to you, which is your selection of one of these 21 fantastic digital guides or manuals shown on the screen. And I have personally reviewed several of them just to get an idea of whether they are quality or just fluff. And I tell you guys, they really have gone the distance and made each of them relevant, useful, valuable information on all these different subjects. And some of them are nearly 35 pages long and packed with truths and proven, tested techniques and advice. And you will see for yourself that $19 to $27 really is a fair value range for the one you will select for free. And so we need you to simply follow these simple steps. Click the like button on this video. If you haven't already done so, make sure the subscribe or follow button is clicked now, or some of you clicked it earlier, and that's fine. And then in the comments section, simply type the word GIFT, 4 letters, G-I-F-T. And once you've done that, you can click the link in the bio or description, or you can type the link and go to gift.3z3.me. Oh, that's G-I-F-T dot, the number 3, the letter Z, and the number 3.me. That's gift.3z3.me. And this free gift is being provided today by the sponsor of this video, AIContentCreator.app. And when you click on the link, you'll be taken to the site, and there will be a blue button that is highlighted there for you. And the way it works is very simple. They support our channel and provide for you this free gift when you like, subscribe, or follow and type GIFT in the comments, which helps our channel with the algorithms. And then their hope is that you will see something you like, or you will fall in love with any of their products and services that you see there. And also because they're having a super 80% off promotion right now. Again, no purchase required and no hoops to jump through. Their AI bot will simply verify that you actually did perform the like, the subscribe, or follow to our channel, and that you typed the word GIFT in the comments. And if you like anything you see there, they will in turn provide a small commission to us to help support our channel. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you at another video on our channel. And always remember, whether it's a basketball game that's tight until the end, a great tennis match comeback, an overtime win, or exciting ending in football, a boxing match against all odds, a track runner who fell but never gave up to get the win, an amazing goal kick in soccer, just know and rest assured that we keep a sharp eye focused on finding for you only the sports highlights that are competitions, games, or battles among the best of the day, week, or beyond. And so, if you find it on our channel, you know it's HWW approved, because you can be sure that it's a highlight worth watching. See you next time, and God bless.
Yeah, this third inning could be a turning point for Carlin Pickens. 3 up, 3 down, and a K of Jordan Woolery to finish it.
Have a day here. Here we go. Yeah, Jenna. Lots of talk between me and you. Let's do this. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Have a day. Let's do this. Yeah, Jenna. Yeah, Jenna. That's how we run our first and third. Good. Good. I heard you. I heard you. Good job. 2. Good job, Reese.
That first and third play that they got, the run around at second base, was so important, run by Alyssa Brito and Reese Atwood. And you see Reese Atwood make the throw to the shortstop, Alyssa Brito cutting across the field. But what she was referring to when she said, I heard you, was on a goal. The third baseman and a first and third play like that is essential to being able to get an out in that play, because the third baseman is saying, hey, do we need to throw home? Hey, she's staying close to third, to give them an opportunity to get that runner out at second base. but on a goal, the third baseman in a first and third situation like that has to communicate to let Brito know, should I go attack that runner that's going back toward first, or do I need to throw home? So just some kind of ins and outs of a first and third play that are essential to making it happen.
0-2 count from Coric, just misses to Devin Nets. What's the holdup on the first and third? We see it so often that typically it's you run the runner too far back and the runner going home gets too much of a break. Like, what is the mindset shift that has to happen defensively?
It's the lack of communication. That's why Brito was giving Anna Gold at third base so much credit, because Anna Gold, by communicating that the runner at third base was staying put at third base and not breaking home, allowed Brito to go and get that out to the runner retreating back to first base.
There it is. Coric wanted a call earlier in the count, gets that one, her third strikeout. Don't miss the NHL draft this weekend. Round 1 gets underway tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN. Rounds 2 through 7 Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. You can stream the entire draft anytime on the ESPN app. It's draft season right now. Just had the NBA draft in the last couple nights.
Very busy.
Here is the 9-hole. Alicia Ocasio takes that pitch up and in, strike one. Again, Coric just paints the corner. You said it right out of the gate. She does not miss over the plate. And not only that, she's just been painting corners against a hitter who has been hot to start the season, who has been clutch as well. Just golfs this one to right field and up against the wall. It comes out of the glove of Jacobson, and Ocasio has the Blazes' second triple of the night. Looked like she took a pitching wedge.
Better go down and get this changeup. Sarah Gordon, the catcher, was ready to block that pitch. That's how low it was, but Alicia Ocasio golfs it out of here. We have seen 2 triples in this game toward the right side of the field, and Alicia Ocasio sees it bounce off of the glove of Jacobson, who came so close to pulling that in. This is a prime opportunity for Carolina to answer back. Runs against Georgina Coric are not easy to come by. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. They have to capitalize here.
It's the veteran Aubrey Leach, the leadoff hitter for the Blaze, who falls behind 0-2. Struck out looking on just 3 pitches her first time up. See, the situational numbers have been really good for Carolina. This is where they've made their money. 343 with runners in scoring position, 291 with runners on. Both lead the league. Leach still down 0-2. Georgina Coric has started 8 of the first 10 hitters tonight with a first pitch strike. Slaps it right side, flip in, trying to come home, but the Blaze have tied it.
Just a great job by Aubrey Leach with 2 strikes to put the ball in play to the right side. Alicia Ocasio is able to get a break on this, albeit a little bit late, but Hannah Flippin just cannot make that transfer to her throwing hand, and Alicia Ocasio is just going to easily tie up this game.
It is Hannah Flippin over at second base, had the short stint on the injured list, did not play in the field last game, and instead of going to her normal shortstop position, she is at second with the rookie Taylor Beal at shortstop. This is in the air toward Beal, who takes command for out number 2. There goes Champ. You always hear the cheers after an at-bat for the Blaze, regardless of the result, because Champ is on the field. I want to see the GoPro footage.
I know. Too. Hopefully later.
Rip to left, right at Alchin. And that'll do it for the inning. Dakota Kennedy retired quickly by Corrick. 1-1 though in a little pitcher's duel through 3 innings here in Durham. The Blaze respond, and we are tied at 1 run apiece here in Durham. Fans from all over the country, all the way from Spokane, Washington, came to watch this one here at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. We are joined live in the field by the Carolina shortstop, Alyssa Brito, a 3-time national champion, starred in her college days at Oklahoma. We thank you so much for joining us, Alyssa. As Carlin delivers strike 1 to Kaylee Wyckoff. Okay, Alyssa, tell us about this team a little bit. We heard you talking in the break about this is your inning. Seems like a really connected group, but tell us from a player perspective what this team is like.
Yeah, I think that a huge thing of what we have on this team is chemistry. I mean, we talk all the time about it. Everyone can hang out with everyone, and we have all these crazy inside jokes, and it's just a blast with these girls, and I think that's why we celebrate each other so much, because we just really love and really care for each of these girls.
Alyssa, this left side of the infield with you and Miss Anna Gold next to you, what's it been like to play on the left side of the infield with Anna?
You guys broke up a tad, but I feel like I know what your question was on that one. With Anna, we just have such a great relationship with one another, and we communicate so much. I mean, you guys probably see us talking all the time, and that's because we just have such good feel of one another on the field. And it's just a lot of energy on this side of the field, and that's what we need against really good offenses like the Talons, who work us really hard on the ground.
2-2 count to Kaylee Wyckoff for Carlin Pickens. What's it like playing behind Carlin Pickens? I heard you talking to her between innings.
She's a flamethrower. That's what we kind of call her, which is kind of hilarious. She's just so awesome as a person. I think that's something that a lot of people maybe don't see from her, is just how much she's so goofy and loving, and she absolutely is awesome. And so playing behind her is so much more fun than hitting against her, I'll say that. So just love having her on my team, honestly.
Alyssa, this is your first year playing in AUSL. What's it been like for you these past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been a blast. It really surprised me. I think it exceeded my expectations in such a great way. I love just seeing all these girls that I competed against and looked up to, like Hannah Flippin, Amanda Lorenz, like all these veterans now playing against them. It's awesome. I think it's a very full circle moment just to see how they continue. Yeah, Jen, me and you, how they just continue to grow the game, and now I get to do it alongside them, which is such a privilege for me.
Here is Hannah Flippin at the plate for Utah with nobody out and one on.
Yeah, not bad. I like that. Here we go. Yeah, KP, I'm with you. I'm with you, KP. Yeah, here we go. Strong, Anna. Strong, Anna.
Okay,
I'm with you.
I gotta ask you here. You mentioned one of the things you wanted to talk about was your coffee that you make for your teammates, and not for the broadcasters, I might add. But let's hear about this. How'd this start?
Hey guys, pull up. I have my coffee machine. Actually.
Wow.
Come on, let's
what
go.
A play.
I love that. I love that. Sorry, I just got really hyped, guys.
A little shot of
Let's
espresso
go.
there.
Come
Wow.
on. Gosh, I love making coffee for my friends, and you guys pull up. I brought my machine to this field, actually, so broadcasters are all welcome. Yeah, I got you, Reese. I love making coffee for these girls. It's so fun. It honestly gives me a way to connect with them, to love on them, to love on my coaches. So it's a big reason of why I'm so out of breath after that, bro. It's a big reason why I do it.
Alyssa, we showed a couple of replays of that play. What was the key on that play for you to make that play?
What did it take to make that play? Is that what you guys asked? Sorry, it cuts out a little bit over here, but to make that play, honestly, it's good communication from Jenna and to just be locked in. I love always coming through a ball, coming forward. I never want to be beat behind me. I think that's the third base in me, but I love those chopper plays and working my arm angles and being able to get the lead runner. That's crucial against a team like this. You don't want to let them get on second.
How much do you change playing on the grass infield tonight?
I think for me at least, I want to work through the ball. I want to have my feet always moving. Never want to get stuck, because that's what happens against this field of play. You know, if you get stuck and your feet aren't moving, that's when you get in trouble. 2.
Chance for 2. There it is!
Come on, KB!
Alyssa Brito live in the
Come
field.
on!
We appreciate the time.
I love that. Let's go! That's it. That's the shoot.
Yeah, no big deal. Just a couple elite defensive plays while mic'd up talking to us.
Wow, I could barely even keep score up here with what Alyssa Brito is doing. Nevertheless, essentially make all 3 outs in the inning while mic'd up and while talking to us. That turn on that double play was smooth and sweet.
Well, we've got the 2 best teams in the league. Texas was in a tight spot just a few days ago, but back-to-back wins thanks to the big bats. 7 home runs in 2 games, maybe saved their season.
The ball is flying at Dell Diamond, their home stadium. Michaela Enfield and Aaliyah Benford, Tiari Jennings, Amina Vega, everybody getting in on the action. Aaliyah Benford is swinging it as well as just about anybody in the league. But the Volts are a lot to deal with right now, winning 2 in a row.
They're so talented. The Cascade take on the Volts, 8 Eastern on ESPNU and streaming on the ESPN app. That series starts tomorrow night. It's a big series. Portland's right in the mix there, 5 wins, so kind of tied with everybody in second place. And then Texas trying to climb up and get into that mix right now with 3 wins on the season.
A big opportunity against the Cascade with the way that they're playing, although Cascade, along with the Talons, 2 of the best pitching staffs in the AUSL. So interested to see how that Cascade pitching staff handles the Volts bats that are just so hot right now.
Corrick hits on a goal to lead off the 4th inning. Blaze just scored one last inning, a triple by Alicia Ocasio, and came in to score on an error that Aubrey Leach hit over to Hannah Flippin. I think it just goes back to how impressive the Talons have been, because they won the inaugural championship last year. Their team gets just decimated in the expansion draft. Also, Ali Aguilar, who is one of their best power bats, retires. And then here they are reloading. They kept what kind of made them great last year as far as the pitching and defense goes, and their protected picks. And yet again, they're atop the standings. Reese Atwood's second at bat off of Georgina Corrick. Blaze are 0 for 6 with runners on base. Reese off the handle over to Flippin, 1 out.
Been a lot of jam shots off the bat of these Blaze hitters.
So 1 out in the inning. Let's go down to Anna with more on Georgina Corrick.
Well, you don't get as good at this sport as Georgina Corrick is without loving the game. But there just might be something that she loves almost as much, if not more, than softball, and that's the ocean. After moving from England to a little seaside town in Florida as a toddler, Georgina fell in love with the ocean. And when she was 15, her dad surprised her with scuba diving lessons. The two got certified together, and around that same age, Georgina was starting to look for colleges. Well, she decided to only look at schools that had great marine biology programs, and that's exactly what she took. And though she spends more time on land these days than the ocean, it's safe to say that she loves both, and her passion for the sharks, the water, and ocean conservation remains the same.
South Florida graduate. It was funny because we've talked to Georgina a lot, and I think we're always like, man, I'm not sure if we're smart enough to have a conversation with her, but her head coach, Cindy Ball Malone, said when she talks to Georgina, she feels like she needs a thesaurus. And that's exactly why I should not be talking to Georgina, because I can't even say that word.
She is always delightful and detailed and meticulous, and she just always has a reason for everything that she does.
Ground ball, Beal, great range, tried to flip it to Flippin. And the runner goal just barely gets in ahead of it.
Tremendous effort by Taylor Beal just to get to this ball. Knocks off of her glove to second base. God, that would have been an unbelievable play. She knew exactly what she was doing, trying to redirect that ball to second base to get the force. Bang, bang play, just a little bit too late.
Here's Devin Netz, who takes strike 1.
The Blaze have had a lot of lazy fly balls to the infield. There's 5 to my count that have just been jam shots where they're just not on time. Georgina Corrick able to get in on the hands of these hitters. So adjustment this second time through, and especially this third time through that's coming up, they're going to need to make to try to get their barrels to some of these pitches.
Looks like she's been aggressive on the inside part of the plate to both righties and lefties.
That's leading to a lot of those jam pop-ups to second base and shortstop. In fact, we've seen 2 in this inning. Both the outs have been that jammed pop-up, just easy outs for Flippin and Beal.
We talked to Georgina Corrick last year, and it felt like she hadn't stopped playing softball for a year or 2 straight. Hard hit ball picked up by Jaquish. This is the Talons recipe. Great pitching and great defense through 4. It's tied at 1. nearly identical lines for Georgina Korick and Carlin Pickens to this point. I would add one more. They have the exact same pitch count at 61 pitches through 4 innings in this tie ball game.
Being efficient, going right at these hitters. Not a lot of walks that we've seen. In fact, there's just been one and hit by pitch.
As advertised in game 1 of this series, it's Lemley against Fouts tomorrow in game 2. And then Ferramo and Ocasio in game 3 on Saturday. That's a day game here in Durham.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this radar is 2 to 3 miles an hour off for both Korick and Pickens. That's just having a feel of the game and seeing Carlin Pickens throw for 4 seasons at Tennessee and knowing that the pitch speeds that she averages at, registering 71, maybe 73 here tonight.
That hits the safety bag, and it will be a foul ball because of it. Yeah, she doesn't look like she's, and obviously a swing like that would indicate clearly behind that pitch. Ooh, that goes in and gets Gordon. Well, Saturday it's Yankees Red Sox at Fenway. First pitch at 1 Eastern. Catch all the action on ABC and stream it live on the ESPN app. Must-see TV when the Yankees and Red Sox get together, always. Much different situations in the standings as Pickens misses low, ball 1.
And there was the first 77 that I just saw pop up on the bug. That one registered at 77 miles an hour. So I don't know if it's a radar issue or if she's just not throwing that consistently. Now that's her changeup at 65. So Carlin Pickens' changeup is the fastest speed that some of these pitchers in college and even in the AUSL will throw. But that changeup at 65 is effective when you throw 75, 78.
You saw the average of her pitches there at about 74 miles per hour. Of course, leads the league, and then 77 her top speed as a pro in her rookie season. Who knows? You would just not put it past her to put up an 8 as the first number at some point in her career.
That's her goal. 79.4 is the fastest pitch that she's ever thrown. That was the Super Regional against Nebraska a couple years ago.
Well, 2 free passes here in the 5th to Gordon and now Jacobson. And Pickens in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, that 3rd inning is where she looked the best. 3 up, 3 down. She just had great control of her pitches, and then even last inning had a leadoff walk, leadoff free pass here in this inning.
Just saw Reese Atwood go out there. We've talked about it. We haven't had the Blaze this year, but we've talked about it, how cool of a duo that is. And Dana Sorensen might have drafted the battery that we'll see for the Blaze for the next decade.
Hopefully we do get to see them for a decade. You really see Reese Atwood back behind the plate, the way that she sets up on the corners and how low that she gets for a catcher that's over 6 feet tall. So Carlin Pickens likes to throw more low in the zone with her drop ball. And you see Reese Atwood working to get low in her squat, trying to get under that pitch. Has a great arm. Not a lot of people want to steal against her because her arm just can whale it down to second base very quickly on a steal.
1-1 to Beal is bunted foul, and this is a big pitch coming up for Carlin Pickens against the rookie Taylor Beal. One-two from Pickens. Another foul ball by Taylor Beal. I remember talking to Caitlin Lowe at regionals about Taylor Beal, who had a career year offensively. He's always been known for a great glove, and we're asking about the pro prospect, if she would throw her name in the hat and said, nope, she's done. She is ready to move on with her life, and I think that was the thought. You just wonder if Lisa Fernandez calls you, if the idea doesn't change just a little bit. And Taylor Beal has been a great addition to this Talons team out of the reserve athlete pool. Basically works the sacrifice right there to at least get one runner over to third. There's Beal. You see the career average just under 300. She was always known for her defense, but really fell in love with the offensive side this year and had a career best season, hit 330 at the plate. First and third with one out for Aaliyah Andrews.
Yeah, really not a double play opportunity here despite a runner being at first base because of the speed of Aaliyah Andrews.
Runner goes, same thing on the first and third, and it's another out. Laird lays down the tag. What did you say about Reese Atwood's arm?
Is a hose back there. This one was run a little bit differently than what we saw earlier in the game. Throws it to her second baseman instead of her shortstop. Let's see what they're going to appeal here by Cindy Ball Malone. So challenging the safe call at second base, and I think that they got her just barely. I think that they touched her back. It did look really close. Or challenging, he had said challenging the safe call, but they're challenging the out call because she was called out on the field.
Talons have been aggressive early on. They lead the league. They were 9 for 9 in stolen bases entering this series.
Look at them running a different play. So the other first and third play was cut off by Brito over at shortstop. This one is thrown to the second baseman, who tags her right there. You can see her jersey move just by the tip of her glove, but Jenna Laird making the tag on this one.
I think she even got the glove back again to get Beal before her hand got to the base.
Think about how important this is, Chucky, that this has happened 2 times in 5 innings with Utah threatening with a runner at third base, less than 2 outs in both of these situations that it's occurred.
Likely this call will be confirmed on the field.
After further review, the call is confirmed as an out at second base.
2 outs. Reese Atwood having a huge part in this game defensively.
There are so many different ways that Reese Atwood I've seen in her career run this play. So we saw Brito cut across the field earlier on to get the out. Now she threw it to second base to Jenna Laird. I also saw her at Texas do like a no-look throw to third base to pick the runner at third base. You know how Patrick Mahomes will do that? The no-look passes? That's what Reese Atwood did for a pick at third.
Andrews slaps it. Pickens, quick throw to first to retire the speedster Andrews. And 2 on, nobody out, and it amounts to nothing. Carlin Pickens getting it done.
Hi, I'm Alicia Ocasio. It's time to go inside the circle. My confidence in the circle comes from repetition and practice. I feel like you don't win a game when you step on the mound. You win the game in your bullpens and the time that you spend with your team. So that's where I build confidence in practice. I think a part of my game that's underrated is my hitting. Being well-versed and being on all sides of the ball helps me stay engaged with the game even more. My softball pet peeve is when people wear their ears over their visor instead of under the visor. I don't know why it gives me the ick, but I feel like it should be illegal. You should get jail time for it.
Do you have any of that? Your pet peeves on the field?
I can't think of one in the moment because I was thinking so much about Alicia Ocasio and the athlete that she is. I mean, she's talking about pitching. We've seen her hit more this year. She can play infield. She can play outfield. Been extremely impressed just watching her do her thing. And Kara Dill, the head coach of the Blaze, says she identifies as an athlete.
Ocasio right on cue to right and just short. It's the second time she has hit one to the wall, almost in that exact spot today. The other one was a triple.
She got almost all of this. Talking about getting your barrel to these inside pitches, Ocasio goes up and does just that. Jacobson going back on the wall to be able to get that one this time. Finds a wall, little jump, goes up. I don't know if it would have been out here. I think it might have hit the top.
Aubrey Leach at the plate with one out now. This one looking like it's coming right down to the wire. Bottom of the fifth. And the series opener here in Durham. Leach takes outside 2-1. Last 4 games for Aubrey, 4 hits, 4 walks, and has scored 7 runs. Trying to find out how to get something going against Georgina Korick right now. Lone run came in the 3rd. The Talons lone run came back in the 2nd.
You're seeing that these hitters are getting their barrels more to these inside pitches. Even that foul ball on a curveball into Aubrey Leach, the Ocasio deep fly ball to right field. Carolina's starting to make adjustments the 2nd, 3rd time through.
2-2, reaches out and pokes this to left. It hangs up for Alchin, and there's 2 outs. The Women's Sports Sundays start with WNBA Countdown at 6:30 on ESPN. It features a marquee matchup. New York takes on Golden State at 7 Eastern. Watch on ESPN and Disney Plus, and stream it all on the ESPN app. You know, our own Anna Camden down on the sideline will have an eye on that one. Played some college basketball at Penn State and then at Richmond. I feel like you could not get a shot up over Anna. I'm pretty confident in that.
Me or Universal you?
Oh, yes, all of the above. Klingler gets plunked with 2 outs. You never know in a game like this what could be the moment with Dakota Kennedy at the plate. The Blaze will like this opportunity even though the runner's only on first. Just 1 for 10 with runners on so far. Talons have the same number offensively. The Carolina team whose average is actually down from last year. They hit just over 300, 2nd best average in the league, but they lacked the power a season ago. This year, those power numbers much better. Reese Atwood's been a big part of it. Dakota Kennedy's also hit a home run. They lead the league, though, in on-base percentage and hitting with runners in scoring position, and they don't strike out.
Well, Dana Sorensen said that she wanted to draft to the field that they're going to be playing on, which their main home field is at Duke. It's 190 down the line, so she wanted to draft a little bit more power to be able to hit it out of that ballpark with ease.
Kennedy, slow roller. Korick lets it go, flipping, bare hands it, and Kennedy beats it out.
Good hustle by Dakota Kennedy, and Flippin did everything that she could possibly do, but Kennedy is able to get her foot just in there barely. Off the end of the bat, turns into an infield single for Dakota.
And now last year's Rookie of the Year against the Pitcher of the Year, Georgina Korick. It's Anna Gold at the plate, swinging first pitch.
That's another sign that these Carolina hitters are getting to these inside pitches better. They were getting jammed after jammed after jammed, but being able to look for that inner half and get their barrel out in front better.
All right, hang on. You just ignore me, okay?
Gold lifts it to left, but was underneath it. Alchin makes the catch. Another 0 for Georgina Korick through 5 full innings. Our celebration of the game is brought to us by Sephora, the exclusive beauty partner of the AUSL. This was a couple nights ago. Jadlyn Alchin on a field much larger than this. The Utah field so big, it was an inside the park grand slam. It's a team whose power numbers are not very high because of that big field, but they do lead the league in triples. Alchin went in and took all 4 bags.
Something that you don't see very often, if at all, is an in the park grand slam by Alchin, is motoring around. She's been a hot bat for this team. I was just thinking about what she's hitting over the 6-game hit streak that she has, but on this win streak that the Talons have been on, she has been a big part of it alongside Jordan Woolery, who's on deck behind her.
She is the top returning bat by average for the Talons, and she was out of the reserve athlete pool last year, but picked up in the allocation draft this year and is retired on 1 pitch by Pickens. Brado's had a great night defensively at shortstop. Had her mic'd up, made 2 tremendous plays back in the 4th inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Now Jordan Woolery takes ball 1. Jordan Woolery, the Big Ten Player of the Year, first-team All-American at UCLA this year. When you're top 5 in those categories as a Bruin, you know you were exceptional. 117 RBIs this year. She came up 1 short of the previous single-season home run record that, of course, Megan Grant and Kendall Wells both broke this year. But Woolery hit 36 herself. She grounds out. Banana Ball is back on ESPN Saturday at 8 Eastern. The Bananas face the Party Animals on ESPN and Disney Plus. Then Sunday at 4, the rematch airs on ABC. Catch both games and stream them anytime on Disney Plus and the ESPN app. Carlin Pickens trying to make very short work of this Talons lineup in the inning. There's just the 5th pitch here in the 6th frame.
There's been so many outs on the ground too. Just quickly looking at my scorecard, I don't think there's been an out in the air in this game.
I would agree with you. We've had some strikeouts. We've had the caught stealings, if you want to categorize those as in the air.
No flyouts, 12 groundouts, 2 strikeouts. That is the Carlin Pickens drop ball at work.
Two-two count against Kaylee Wyckoff. Ripped into right field and down for a 2-out base hit. Wyckoff has just been excellent in her brief stint so far with the Talons.
Coach Cindy Ball Malone said that Wyckoff just went to work after Arkansas' season ended, hoping that she would get a chance in this league, just making it her goal to get a chance to play here. And man, she has made the most of her opportunity. She's been a big part of this Talons lineup.
She leads them in doubles, despite only playing now in her 8th game. This is the 12th game of the year for the Talons. She had a 5-game hit streak snapped last game, so now has a hit in 6 of the last 7. And she's been really good defensively when she's been on the field. Just kind of a winning culture with the franchise in Utah that are able to bring in pieces and integrate them really well immediately. And Cindy Ball Malone, we talked to her about that today. She said part of that is just how welcoming this group is. She mentioned the likes of Hannah Flippen, really mentioned this pitching staff and Montana Fausto, and how welcoming of a person she is. She said, imagine looking up to some of these athletes or looking at them as these huge stars in the game and then being able to play on the same team as them and having them be as welcoming as they are. One-two to Flippen, just tipped it.
Yeah, I mean, the injuries that they have had and the players that have plugged in is just something that you really notice if you're paying attention to the sport. Bree Ellis, Charlize Palacios, Jada Coleman, the injured players that aren't even dressed out tonight.
And Flippen, this is just her 6th game played, so she's only played in half the games for the Talons because she missed some time on the injured list. A little bit of a slow start offensively. Takes that for ball 3. Does have a hit and the lone run scored tonight off Carlin Pickens. Three-two. Low for ball 4. Great at bat by the veteran Flippen.
Savannah Jaquish is going to step up to the plate with 2 on, and she has been heating up during this win streak herself. Slow start for Savannah Jaquish at the plate to start the season, but on the 5-game win streak, hitting close to 400 with 2 home runs.
She was 0 for 15 with a pair of walks in the first 5 games of the year. For 2 tonight. Grounded into a double play back in the 4th. 4-time All-American in her college days at LSU. 3 straight Women's College World Series appearances. Takes ball 1.
Pickens is trying to find some command with this drop ball all of a sudden in this inning, losing it after 2 quick outs. So 1 missed high and then 1 missed low like that. She's just not locked into her release point at the moment with her most used pitch.
Looks like she had to wait a second longer than she's used to for the pitch call there on this 2-0 count. And it worked out because there's strike one.
It's another drop ball just right down the heart of the plate. It looked like a good pitch to hit, more of a mistake, just not finding a corner there to get herself back into the count.
Jaquish into right field, right at Ocasio. Pickens and Coric going back and forth as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Reese Atwood has this home run power, and we've seen it on display so far this season. A home run off of Nyjah Kennedy. That was her first of the season, then went up and got a rise ball in that same game up at her eyes. 2 home runs against Nyjah Kennedy and then 1 on the road in Chicago. She leads this Blaze team in the home run category with 3 as the rook.
Yeah, 8 home runs on the season, 3 of them for Atwood to lead the way. She leads the AUSL and OPS as well, and just immediately making her presence felt, not just at the plate, but also behind the dish. Kayla Kowalik, that's one we haven't talked about tonight, is on the injured list, just went there. And Atwood up the middle, it bounces up, and Beal can't handle it, so the leadoff is aboard here in the 6th.
You're seeing some of these middle infielders struggle with playing balls off the grass. Just some uncharacteristic errors that we've seen in this game. And it is a transition. You go from the turf to the grass or the dirt infield to the grass. It's different.
They will run with a pitcher over at first. It's Jayla Wright who enters the game. Another one familiar with Durham. Finished her college career with 3 seasons at Duke. And Alyssa Brito takes the first pitch, ball 1. Coric asking where that was.
Wondering that myself.
She's a dangerous hitter up despite the numbers. 182 average. Does not indicate the damage that Alyssa Brito can do with her bat. 0 for 2 tonight, reached twice in their last game in Chicago. 1 hit and 1 walk in that game. She was their first pick in the allocation draft. Coric ahead 1-2. Right side, Woolery will just take the automatic out at first base.
Still a productive out, hit behind the runner there and being able to advance Jayla Wright to second base. Smart heads-up play by Jordan Woolery to make this throw to second base, just to see if Jayla Wright, who doesn't run the bases a ton, maybe comes too far off the bag or drifts off. Good heads-up play, try to get an out.
Not a whole lot of risk opportunities tonight for the Blaze, but they're 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Jenna Laird 1 for 2 on the day with an infield single. Pops this up, and Jaquish calls everybody off. 2 outs.
One of those jam pop-ups. She has just been doing this, these Blaze hitters, all night. A lot of outs in the air for it compared to Pickens, especially where it's all on the ground.
11 of those outs coming in the air for Georgina Korick. And the only one in the air for Pickens was the last out of the 6th inning, that line out to right field. Nets didn't get all of this. Beal chasing it down and making the play. Retiring her former teammate at Arizona. And we go to the 7th, still tied. Star in the night, Champ, the Bat Dog, here in Durham, North Carolina at the DBAP Durham Bulls Athletic Park. Pitchers duel between Georgina Korick and Carlin Pickens. Through 6 full innings, both of them have only given up 4 hits. Neither has given up an earned run, just the 1 run for each of them. And really the only difference is the 3 free passes for Carlin Pickens.
I kind of figured this game would be like this, with Korick, last year's Pitcher of the Year, starting against Carlin Pickens, who is campaigning for Rookie of the Year this year with how she started the season.
Hard hit ball into right field, and Sarah Gordon, the rookie out of the SEC, who's seen a lot of Carlin Pickens over the last few seasons, has 2 hits and has been hit by a pitch.
Just drops her barrel down to this drop ball and stays on it, lets that pitch get deep and shoots it past to diving Bailey Klingler. That ball had high exit velocity off of it.
Gordon sets the table for Caroline Jacobson, who shows bunt but misses for strike 1. This is the first close game Carlin Pickens has thrown in as a pro. It's the longest game she's thrown in as a pro as well. She's thrown 3 complete games in her first 3 starts, but they've all been run rules. The Blaze have outscored opponents 28-3 in Carlin starts.
Definitely a different feel for her to be out in the field, not as much run support. I feel like not really throwing her best game when you've looked at how she's done in this game, and look at how not even her best is good enough to take this defending champions Talons team at a 1-1 game into the 7th. Tells you just how impressive she really is.
It's been a hot offense too. In this 5-game win streak for the Talons, they've averaged almost 6 runs per game. Swing and a miss. Bounces right back to get Jacobson. Strikeout number 3 for Pickens.
Yeah, just her 3rd strikeout of the day coming on a changeup. So she has 1 in her drop, 1 in her rise, and then now 1 on her changeup. Pulls a string, gets Jacobson way out in front.
Now Taylor Beal swings first pitch and fouls it off. A big game in the AUSL standings. The Talons out in front with 8 wins, 5 straight, and the Blaze, the team right behind them. In the midst of a lot of 5-win teams, they could take 1 step ahead of that pack with their 6th tonight.
Everything tightening up, especially with the way that the Volts are playing, winning 2 in a row to go from 1-7 to 3-7.
Back-to-back Ks for Carlin.
Remember, lefties are hitting .045 off of Carlin Pickens entering this game. Goes to the drop ball inside heat on Beal's hands.
Aaliyah Andrews takes strike 1. And a foul ball as Carlin Pickens jumps right in front. Sarah Gordon led off this inning with a single, but since then Pickens has locked it down. Back-to-back strikeouts, and now a pitch away from retiring 3 in a row by strikes. Kara Dill recently said this team just loves playing behind her. That was part of what she felt like with those runs. They just get confidence from how she carries herself in the circle and the energy that she plays with.
And she hadn't pitched since Saturday, so well rested coming into this game to go a little bit deeper than what she's been doing.
Slow roller right side, the flip, no. Klingler holds on. Laird wasn't quite there, and it's the speed of Andrews that causes the problem.
Changeup, and Jenna Laird was leaning towards second base, not toward first base. That is the absolute difference. Laird was kind of leaning towards second, did not get a good jump on that to be able to cover first and help Klingler out.
Alchin back to Pickens, and she's out of it. Job done tonight for Carlin Pickens, but she needs the bats. Ocasio leads it off with a chance to win it in the 7th. AUSL is sponsored by Game Changer. Carlin Pickens, Georgina Korick, and a fantastic crowd have made for an excellent evening here in Durham, North Carolina. The Durham Bulls Athletic Park are home the next 3 games. Carolina typically plays over at Smith Family Stadium, the campus at Duke. 1-1 though, a chance to walk it off in front of the home fans with 9-1-2 due up in the inning. Alicia Ocasio has hit 2 balls to the wall in right field. And she takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Well, what stood out most about 22 tonight for Utah?
I think just the way that she's been able to mix her changeup in when she's needed to late in this game. When they've done a better job of getting their barrels to these inside pitches, her changeup has been the equalizer to be able to even go back inside after the change.
Two 2-1 count for Korick. She's only been in 1 3-ball count tonight. Has worked ahead of hitters consistently. Number of weak pop-ups. There is the second 3-ball count of the evening.
Doing a good job of throwing to Sarah Gordon, who hasn't caught for this Talons team. It's been Charlize Palacios and Savannah Jakewish. Gordon's not got much action back there. Good day at the plate for Sarah Gordon, and back behind the plate too for Sarah Gordon. And a great game.
First career start for her. It's actually her second stint with Utah. And Cindy Ball Malone said when they called her to have her come back, she said, I think she was in the cages at Georgia. Actually staying ready. Fan made an excellent catch on that foul ball. One-handed it and everything. Very casual. 3-2. Ocasio in the air to left for Alchin, 1 out.
I mean, the Blaze only got 1 runner to third base, and that was the Alicia Ocasio triple. So been struggling to put things together against Georgina Korick. She has just shut things down and rarely allowed back-to-back base runners.
Leach into right field. It's going to be extra bases for Aubrey Leach. She will stay put at second as the winning run.
They've been doing a better job of getting their barrels to these inside pitches. And this time Leach is able to keep her hands inside enough to keep this fair. Oftentimes these foul balls from the lefties and righties were getting pulled foul, but Leach, the veteran, the leadoff hitter, 4th time through the order, gets a double to put herself in a scoring position trying to win this game.
She has reached base safely in all 9 games this year. And now Bailey Klingler takes strike 1, her debut here in 2026. Korick and Klingler both recently arriving from their professional seasons in Japan. One count.
With first base open and a rookie on deck, I'd be very careful with Bailey Klingler having the experience and the at-bats off of Georgina Korick.
In the air toward Beal, 2 outs.
I've never seen so many weak fly ball pop out outs to the infield.
– 14th out recorded in the air. And a good number of those are on those pop-ups.
8 pop-ups to the infield.
The rookie takes strike 1.
There's that changeup again. It was equalizer to Klingler. She brought it in there, and then first pitch strike to Kennedy.
Swing and a miss. Korick. Feels like at times these pitchers are starting in an 0-2 count. They're working so quickly.
I think the pitching has been, exceptional to start this season. These pitchers have come ready to go, looking like they put in the work in the offseason. Or I guess in our pitching matchup here, put in the work in Japan and put in the work at Tennessee with Pickens and Corrick playing each other. But just top to bottom across the 6 teams, these pitchers have been prepared and ready to face these elite hitters.
1-2 for Georgina to Kennedy. The Talons alone had 6 consecutive complete games recently, a streak that was just snapped in their last outing, but Corrick trying to start a new one right here. Pickens has gone 3 complete games in her starts. Kennedy into left field, tailing, but caught by Alchin. And we have extra innings in game 1 of the series here in Durham. Still just 1 run apiece. One, top of the 8th inning we go. We're in beautiful Durham, North Carolina. Game 1 of 3, and big crowds expected all weekend here at Durham Bulls Athletic Park, home of the AAA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. More AUSL action tomorrow. Portland takes on Texas, 8 Eastern on ESPNU and streaming on the ESPN app. The extra inning tiebreaker rule places a runner at second base to start the 8th. It's the last recorded out in the previous inning, so Jadlyn Alchin will run at second. And this, a lot of times, is a bunt situation, but this is Jordan Woolery at the plate. Big swinger from UCLA, and I don't know that there's a bunt sign for her.
Not with how clutch she is with runners in scoring position, and she gets to lead off the inning with somebody standing in the scoring position already. She has just been so clutch.
Just loves these moments. We saw the big swing against Texas Tech in the Women's College World Series. 0 for 3 tonight. Three-one count. Just wonder if she'll get much here in the 3-1 from Pickens. He's swinging. 6th overall pick in the AUSL College Draft for Woolery, one of 2 Talons selected, both of them UCLA Bruins. The other, Taylor Tinsley, their ace this year. Another foul ball from Woolery. Trying to extend a 5-game hit streak. Still looking for her first professional home run. The other side of the dynamic duo of bats for UCLA, Megan Grant hit her first pro home run off Carlin Pickens in Durham. Woolery underneath it, and it will get out.
Well, coming into this game, Carlin Pickens had only given up 2 extra base hits. 2 home runs, 1 to Aaliyah Binford and 1 to Megan Grant that went 313 feet.
Ground ball up the middle off the glove of Laird. Around comes Alchin, and Jordan Woolery comes through.
Fouled off so many pitches in that at-bat to make Carlin Pickens work. She took some pitches and then finally gets one more out over the heart of the plate and just drives it right back up the middle of the field. Laird did everything that she could to try to glove that to keep it on the infield. If she gloves that, a run doesn't score.
Jordan Woolery has been instant impact in this Talons offense. After missing the opening series, had already signed with the AUSL, just hadn't joined the team yet. But slotted right into the heart of this order. She was ran for by Rachel Becker over at first base. Still nobody out in the 8th. This is hit hard into left field. Kennedy diving and making the catch. A former Gold Glove winner in left field, Dakota Kennedy, showing it off.
She got such a good read and knew exactly what she wanted to do to track this ball down. Ball off the bat, she is on a mission toward the line because she knew she did not want this to hit the grass and out here. And a low-scoring game is critically important. Wyckoff, another well-struck ball, but Pickens loves the defense from Dakota Kennedy out in left field. That was an exceptional play.
Kaylee Wyckoff knows all about Dakota Kennedy. They were teammates at Arkansas this year, just one season together. I think that was part of that big smile on her face, not just getting robbed, but saying, yeah, that's Dakota. Carlin Pickens will exit with 1 out and 1 on here in the 8th. It's the 14-year pro, Kaylani Ricketts, who takes the ball in this key moment in the game. Trailing by 1 run, step away. Seven and a third for Carlin Pickens, 7 hits, no earned runs, and 4 strikeouts as she departs with a 1-run deficit. The Blaze have won every game that she has pitched in, 3 as a starter and 1 in relief. They'll try and keep it going in the bottom half. But for now, it is the longtime veteran, 14th-year pro, Kaylani Ricketts, out of San Jose, California, played her college ball and was a superstar at Oklahoma way back when.
Won't come with as much velocity as what these hitters saw from Carlin Pickens. And of course, she's going to come from the left-hand side. It was a completely different look than the 73, 74, 75 mile an hour throwing Pickens. And Kaylani has a tendency to hide the ball. It's difficult for these, especially right-handed hitters, to pick up the ball out of her hand because it hides her release when she throws.
It really is just polar opposites. Of course, the lefty-righty, but then the velocity, the wind-up's totally different because Carlin's so explosive and really comes at you, and Kaylani's so casual. 1-2.
The one thing that is the same is that Keilani will rely on her drop ball. It's her most used pitch, just like Carlin. She'll also throw in a drop curve and changeup, so really stays down in the zone. Which, of course, double play opportunity here for her infield to get out of this and try to roll a ground ball.
Hannah Flippin is the batter. 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Underneath this to shallow right field. Laird makes the play. The Blaze can stop it here. They'll get the runner on second. They'll have Anna Gold, Reese Atwood, and Alyssa Brito coming to the plate. Strike one to Jaquish. Reminder, tomorrow it's Emma Lemley versus Montana Fouts. Fouts arguably the best arm in the league in the early parts of this season. Question is, who will be playing for the series win? Jaquish 0 for 3 tonight. Big cut through that pitch.
Deceptive, too. That was a little bit up in the zone. Wasn't supposed to be, but she gets a swing and miss. Just giving Jaquish a different look than she was expecting.
Keilani Ricketts really strong at the end of last year. In her final 14 innings last year, gave up just 3 earned runs. That came after missing about a month with injury. She had kind of tried to pitch through that injury. Finally took some time off, and when she came back, it was the Keilani of old. Two-two to Jaquish. Just misses.
Maybe a little bit outside, or to tell there, not seeing the plate, but that was close.
Another foul ball. This has just been a grittier approach this inning from these Talons hitters. Saw the same thing with Woolery in the 8th pitch at bat, the RBI single. This is the 8th pitch of this at bat, and Jaquish comes through. The magic number 8 this inning for the Talons.
Really good at bats by Jordan Woolery, and now Savannah Jaquish gets a changeup. Goes down and gets it, uses it, just goes deep into her legs to stick with that full count changeup in the outside corner.
Now Gordon, who's had as hot a night as anybody at the plate. Sarah Gordon was 0 for 1 in just 4 games played entering tonight, when she has 2 hits and has been hit by a pitch. So she's reached every time, but falls behind 0-2. This is hard to imagine this is not the first time she's ever seen Keilani Ricketts in her career. A rookie against a 14-year pro.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. She goes from Carlin Pickens, who she's seen quite a bit in her career at Georgia, those final years that she played at Georgia, to then facing Keilani Ricketts, who is much older than Sarah Gordon.
Sarah Gordon was likely 8 years old when Keilani Ricketts started her pro career. Into right, Laird going for it, and Gordon comes through. 3rd hit of the night for Sarah Gordon. She was taking notes way back when watching Kaylani.
Sometimes gritty, not pretty works. And this is another gritty at bat off the end of the bat, just out of the reach of Laird, who gets a good hop. And I thought maybe it was going to have a play home, but Becker with 2 outs is just going to be running.
A 3-hit game for Sarah Gordon. First multi-hit game of her career. That one gets away, and this goes all the way to the backstop, and it crosses that line there in the grass. And so what that means is that they just get the 1 base. And it's there because we're on a baseball field, so the backstop obviously a lot further. The base is only 60 feet apart. So as soon as the ball crosses that line, it's a dead ball. The runners get the base that they were headed for. The only event that they would get another one would be if they were running on the pitch. So if they were stealing and it gets away and goes beyond the line, then they would get the extra base. 2-1 to Jacobson.
And there's such a big difference in the feel of the game, giving up 2 runs with this tie-break rule that we start with the runner at second base and just the 1 run. It's going to be difficult for the Blaze to put some things together against a deep Talons pitching staff. We'll see if Cora comes back out.
And they just gave Jacobson first base. We're not 100% sure what the ruling on the field was. It does load the bases, and there wasn't any protests from the third base dugout. Maybe catcher's interference on the play on Reese Atwood. Taylor Beal. Slow roller right side, and it won't matter. She is tagged out in the baseline. 2-run deficit as we go to the bottom of the 8th, but it's Anna Gold, Reese Atwood, and Alyssa Brito coming up. Just a gritty top of the 8th inning from Jordan Woolery and the Talons. 8-pitch at bat off Pickens. Then Savannah Jaquish in an 8-pitch at bat off Kaylani Ricketts. You see the frustration from those pitchers. The elite hitters in this league getting the best of them. And now the Blaze in a 2-run hole as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. How about this, Amanda? Georgina Corrick back out there looking for the 8th complete game of the year for this Talons pitching staff. Last year in the regular season combined, the league had 8 total complete games. So Corrick, if she can close the door here, would match that number for the Talons alone through just 12 games. This gets away, And the runner will advance to third. So good start. Mackenzie Clark is on third now. A lot of speed over there for the Blaze. She runs instead of Dakota Kennedy here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, it seemed like a long inning, too, that Corrick just had to sit in the dugout, wait to go back out there for the bottom of the 8th. So curious how she's feeling. Probably still fatigued from flying in from Japan, and the jet lag and recovery is tough on a pitcher or a player in general. I mean, you think what she's been through these last few days, and it's a lot for your body to rest and recover and then go out here and try to throw a complete game in extra innings.
2-1 to Gold, just missing. Well, this mountain to climb could feel a lot better if Anna Gold can get on and make it first and third for Reese Atwood.
So many foul balls down the left field line from these right-handed hitters on that screwball, and that's just Corrick getting that pitch about a ball inside, just knowing exactly where she wants to put it. The further that she throws it in, the more likely they are to foul it off deep foul.
3-2 got her. Big pitch from Georgina Corrick.
This is big. This is a screwball that moves up a little bit, or a low rise ball that she gets a swing and miss on. There have not been very many strikeouts. In fact, she has not had a strikeout since the 3rd inning, but no better time than now, Georgina Corrick.
First pitch swinging, it's into left field. An RBI for Reese Atwood, who is fired up.
Reese the Beast. We got a sign going for her here in Durham. Gets herself an RBI, and this has been the pitch that has jammed up these right-handed hitters, but Reese Atwood is so strong, able to get enough of it for an RBI to try to fire up her team.
Now the winning run at the plate. It's Alyssa Brito. First pitch swinging, popped up to Jaquish, 2 outs. Five straight wins for the Talons. That matches the 2nd longest in AUSL history. They had the longest last year with 8 in a row. Trying to make it 6 straight, and they're 1 out away. First pitch outside to Jenna Laird. Laird just 1 hit tonight, 1 hit on the season entering this game. Now 2 for 20 at the plate in this young season. They loved her versatility defensively, said she swung a great bat in spring training as well. Ahead 2-0. Just tips that ball, and it's a 2-2 count for Georgina Corrick, trying to announce herself in this 2026 season in her first start. Two. Change up, left side for Beal. Picks it up, the throw to first, not in time.
Just finding a way to put the ball in play, be tough with 2 strikes, exactly what Jenna Laird did, and just hustle down the line. Bang, bang play for Beal. Everything had to be perfect, but good hustle by Laird to pass the bat to Devin Nets, who is more of a power hitter.
Devin Netz, a very dangerous bat, is hit by the first pitch. And now the winning run advances to second. The tying run at third with the bases loaded. The Blaze have walked off a game this year, and the hero of that game was Alicia Ocasio. She steps up now with the bases loaded and a chance to do it again. They might review this last hit batter.
I think that is 100% a hit by pitch. The ball looks fully in the batter's box to me. Even moves out of the way, which you don't have to do. So we're going to play on. This won't be challenged. Bases loaded. Opportunity for Devin Netz.
Ocasio 1 for 1 on the season with the bases loaded. Tonight, she has hit 2 balls to the wall in right field. One was a triple. One was caught by Caroline Jacobson.
That tells me she's about to get a heavy dose of screwballs and or changeups from Georgina Koric, trying to stay on the outside corner away from the pull side of Ocasio.
Takes first pitch strike. One count.
Ocasio, if I'm Ocasio, I am thinking I'm likely to see something out. I want to drive the ball to the left side of the field.
Tried to do just that right there, but now down to her final strike.
We go to a 2-strike approach here. May see a changeup, may see a screwball. It's going to be one or the other.
1-2 from Koric. Tying run 60 feet from home. Ocasio, ground ball to Beal, flip to second, and Georgina Koric and the Talons have won 6 straight games.
All right, guys, thank you so much again for watching and supporting the channel. For those subscribers who have already seen and made the move to receive your free gift for liking and subscribing to support our channel, feel free to click to skip and begin watching the next great video. And so to get the free gift that we mentioned to you, which is your selection of one of these 21 fantastic digital guides or manuals shown on the screen. And I have personally reviewed several of them just to get an idea of whether they are quality or just fluff. And I tell you guys, they really have gone the distance and made each of them relevant, useful, valuable information on all these different subjects, and some of them are nearly 35 pages long and packed with truths and proven, tested techniques and advice, and you will see for yourself that $19 to $27 really is a fair value range for the one you will select for free. And so we need you to simply follow these simple steps. Click the like button on this video. If you haven't already done so, make sure the subscribe or follow button is clicked now, or some of you clicked it earlier, and that's fine. And then in the comments section, simply type the word GIFT, 4 letters, G-I-F-T, and once you've done that, you can click the link in the bio or description, or you can type the link and go to gift.3z3.me. Oh, that's G-I-F-T dot, the number 3, the letter Z, and the number 3.me. That's gift.3z3.me. And this free gift is being provided today by the sponsor of this video, AIContentCreator.app. And when you click on the link, you'll be taken to the site, and there will be a blue button that is highlighted there for you. And the way it works is very simple. They support our channel and provide for you this free gift when you like, subscribe, or follow and type GIFT in the comments, which helps our channel with the algorithms. And then their hope is that you will see something you like, or you will fall in love with any of their products and services that you see there. And also because they're having a super 80% off promotion right now. Again, no purchase required and no hoops to jump through. Their AI bot will simply verify that you actually did perform the like, the subscribe, or follow to our channel, and that you typed the word gift in the comments. And if you like anything you see there, they will in turn provide a small commission to us to help support our channel. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you at another video on our channel. And always remember, whether it's a basketball game that's tight until the end, a great tennis match comeback, an overtime win, or exciting ending in football, a boxing match against all odds, a track runner who fell but never gave up to get the win, an amazing goal kick in soccer, just know and rest assured that we keep a sharp eye focused on finding for you only the sports highlights that are competitions, games, or battles among the best of the day, week, or beyond. And so, if you find it on our channel, you know it's HWW approved, because you can be sure that it's a highlight worth watching. See you next time, and God bless.